Hello again, guys. Okay, I'm gonna figure this out. I will actually know how this works soon. Soon and very soon, we are going to see the King. Soon and very soon, we are going to see the King. Soon and very soon, we are going to see the King. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. We are going to see the King. I don't know where that came from. Somebody that's going to watch this, that is either watching it now or will watch it later, you are going to see yourself as the king. You're going to actually, and you're also going to see in your meditation time, you're going to see spirit in the form that you can best understand and that you can best identify with. And that will most likely be in a male form, just because that's the way that you most greatly identify with spirit. But you're also going to get the revelation that even though it's a male form, that doesn't necessarily mean that it is not that there's not feminine qualities there that are necessary. So I'm not sure what Capricorn or cross watcher needs to see this, but you're going to see the king. And then you're going to get a revelation and an understanding that the king is not exactly what you thought the king was, and that in all actuality, the king has already given you the keys to the kingdom. You just have to decide that you're ready, willing, and able to take it and enter into your kingdom. Okay. All right. This is Lisa. Hello, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is Lisa with Heart of Inspiration, and we are here at this channel to help you lead a spirit-led, whole, and healed, peaceful, and prosperous life. I am here live and in color, live and in charge from my iPad. We gonna get it together, y'all. From my iPad until the everything else comes back, my desktop and everything. So we're gonna do, and don't, please y'all, don't pay attention to all that monkey mess that's up there at the top. Oh, good gravy. Y'all would normally see that. Anyway, here we go. We're gonna do your March Astro Tarot reading. So we're gonna talk a little bit about Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, about the astrology first. March, as you know, is the beginning of the zodiac, the astrological year. Hey, Mystical. Hey, baby. Thank you for being here. It's the beginning of the zodiac year. Everything is all being made brand new. So we're coming out of that winter time that I know y'all really love. But we're coming out of that season. And now it's time, Capricorn, for the seeds that have been planted to begin to sprout, right? Now it's time for you to be to really give forth your fruit. Okay, it's time to be that cardinal earth and give forth your fruit. So there's a couple of dates in March that I want us to pay very close attention to. I've been saying this. If you watched any of the other signs, any of your other signs, you'll know kind of where I'm going with this. I want to talk first about March 12th into the 13th, which is the new moon in Pisces. The new moon in Pisces. Now, that new moon in Pisces is going to be sextiling your sun, your moon, and your rising. So this is going to be a little bit easier on you than it is on some of the other signs in the zodiac. That new moon in Pisces on the 12th into the 13th, wherever, depends upon in the world where you're at. That new moon in Pisces not only has the conjunction of the sun and the moon, but also has the conjunction of Venus and Neptune. Of Venus and Neptune. So because of that, that means there's a stellium in Pisces at the time of the new moon. So Capricorn, it's really about time for you to finally say, these are my deep down dreams that I know that are going to make me the most happy. that are going to fulfill me the most. It's time for you to stop being a little wishy-washy somewhat on whether or not it's time for you to remove a person from your space if they're blocking you from your blessing. It's time. If they're not putting in the work, then it's time for you to move it on, to move it along. With this stellium, because Neptune and Venus are going to be within about 2 degrees of the sun and the moon. Um, all of these things, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, that you have been, the plans that you've been laying out, the foundations you have been creating, and you've been, and the foundations that have been shaken, okay? Because let's not forget, you still have Uranus and Taurus trining your sun, your moon, or your rising. So because you have that going on, the change might be difficult, but it's a little bit easier. And your apple carts have been upset. They've been turned over quite a bit. So because of that, then we have to recognize that you've been going through this series in 2020 of drastic transformation. You still have Pluto still hanging on. Pluto hanging on, baby. In your sign. And it's still trining Uranus. So the inner transformation of yourself rising as the phoenix from the ashes is still trining that abrupt, like revolutionary, evolutionary change. It's still doing that. And because it's rubbing you that way, there's been a ton of change over the last year that has occurred with you internally as well as your external world, and they are both kind of juxtaposed right now. And I feel like that rubbing, you know how when you have an earthquake, the plates of the earth move and they shake, right? That's what happens. There's a rubbing together or a movement of the tectonic plates. And, this causes volcanic eruptions and all these sorts of things. I feel like in your life, there's been so many volcanoes that have erupted. You're just like, I ain't got any more left. There's nothing else here, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, that if, there might be a few remnants of some old buildings and some old relationships, situationships, friendships, what have you, that are certain ships are still, for some reason or not, docked in your bay. But at this point, you're like, listen, you old ships that have been causing me a lot of problems, always have all these leaks, always have all these issues. I'm always having to come fix your sails because you don't know which way to go. And I'm always having to plug that leak because you keep on, doing stuff that brings leaks on board, and your ship is sinking. And now here I am. I got to come rescue you. You pretty much done, if I might be so bold, you're done being Captain Save-A-Ho. You're done being Captain Save-A-Ho. And I'm not saying these people are hoes, but you understand what I'm trying to say, right? I'm not saying anybody is a hoe, so let's not get that twisted. Let's just say, okay, beloveds, that you're done saving everybody else. And with this new moon, it's time for you to recognize how it is you need to save yourself. You have to clear the deck. You have to put your own mask on, and it's time for you to save yourself. And time for you to step into what truly is of you and your purpose, and move yourself forward on your ascension process. So that the new moon, let's set those intentions to move into what is real. Okay? Hey, K-Buck, I'm doing well. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Save yourself. Okay? Focus on you. Let your fruit blossom. Let your tree bear fruit, and stop tending to everybody else's. Okay? So I need you to identify your tree, identify where your tree should be planted. And I don't care if everybody else thinks it's weird, wacky, and wonky. I don't. If this is what spirit has dropped in you, then I'm going to need you to do what spirit has dropped in you. This ain't just about the 3D anymore. This is you grabbing that fifth dimensional reality and bringing it into the third dimensional realm. Okay? That's what's going on. And again, we still have to kind of help right in the middle, sandwiched in between in those energies. We still have Saturn, Jupiter, and then Mercury in Aquarius. So that's still going to help with your expansion, your new foundation, and help you think this through and be able to take your proper place in the collective. The other date I want you all to pay attention to is March 21st, which is, of course, the spring equinox. It is day one of Aries season. So that is happening. That's squaring you. So that's a little rubbing you in an interesting way, right? The interesting thing on the 21st of March is the Sun and Venus will be conjunct at 0 degrees Aries at approximately the same time that the moon is moving. The moon starts in Gemini there early in that morning, and then by, I would say like early mid-morning, it's going to be moving into Cancer. So the moon then will be opposing your sun, your moon, or your rising, while the sun and Venus are squaring. And we also will have Mars in Gemini right there, and Mercury moving into Pisces. All of that kind of movement, right, clockwise a little bit, is that's going to be like go time. Okay, you're going to really feel like it's go time. So you're not going to have much of a choice but to move. And if you don't make some decisive actions by that time, you're going to really begin to be feeling like you're being left behind. And I'm telling you that Spirit is gently encouraging you. But if you don't make the moves, you will be moved. So I really feel very strongly what that's really doing for you is it saying, this is it. This is it. I am taking a stand. I am starting my new year off right. And by right, this is what I mean. By right, I mean I am starting my year off with a bang. And I'm doing me. This is time for you to reinvent yourself and be reborn. Now, this is what we're going to do here now. That's the astrology, okay? When you guys watch this replay later on, there was a little bit of a message that I got. So for somebody, I get them in song. So we're going to pull some oracle and some tarot now. We're going to move this right along. We're going to use the sacred power reading cards first. And then we're going to pull a Keepers of the Light next. And then we put that right here. And then we're going to pull one of these, the Flower of Life, Wisdom of Astar cards. Those are by Denise Jarvie. I'm really digging those, guys. These cards are really cool. You've seen them used. I've been using them all for all of March. It's really awesome. And don't forget that you can. Thank you for liking and thank you for subscribing. I so very much appreciate y'all. And don't forget down in the description box below, there is a Linktree link where you can find all my socials, and we're still working on that 100 Lightworkers in 100 days. So Lightworker Academy, you can schedule a 15-minute call with me to talk about becoming a certified spiritual counselor and energy healer. So let's get a sacred power reading card. Ooh. We have the animal kingdom. So I think some of your animal totems are coming to the fore. We're going to have to be in nature. Let's get the Keepers of the Light here. Ooh. Master Buddha, increased awareness, deep connection, and trust your inner voice. Let's see what this animal kingdom. Always keep the books here. I'm hearing something, but just bear with me 1 second. Oh, Animal Kingdom. Keep it simple and stay focused. Listen to your instincts. And then we got Master Buddha, increased awareness. All right, that makes perfect sense. And then we're going to use the Flower of Life. One card, please, for the Flower of Life. One card, please, for the from the Flower of Life Oracle for Capricorn Sun, Moon, and Rising for March 2021. Yeah, this is it. We have time. You are a ray of light beyond time and space, Capricorn Sun, Moon, and Rising. When you chose to focus your attention upon the earth plane, you created a physical body to experience manifestation or creation. Time is a way to measure manifestations, so you can fully appreciate the experience of the physical. In oneness, you are a ray of light, awaken to your fullness, no longer limited by the perception that you are in dense form only. You are light immersed into creation, free to move through all planes of existence to a stillness of no time. Close your eyes and be fully present. Feel yourself in no time, one moment flowing to the next, a chain, a link that contains all you need to move you to the next moment. Time becomes flexible. It pulses, collapses, and expands, and all occurs simultaneously. In this elastic state, new concepts, ideas, inventions, and alterations are readily available to you. Open your heart and feel. From this moment, no longer will you make fear. Instead, you will make love, and time will incrementally show you the manifestations of that love. You need to trust who you are at a spiritual and energetic level. You are going to become, like this card says, and like Master Buddha says, increasingly aware of who you truly are. Hey, Zanny, who you truly are. It is time, Capricorn, for you to trust those instincts that you've been doubting. Sometimes it's difficult for Cappies to really trust their instincts because, by you being an earth sign, you're really looking at the logic of all of it, right? Now, I'm not saying you're not awake, and I'm not saying you're not aware, but I feel like sometimes you're just like, I'm not sure because this is kind of outside of that third dimensional belief system. I need you to step outside of time, please, and step into the 5D. When I was talking about the astrology, I'm asking you to tap into, to put your mask on, and how does Ralph Smart say it? Breathing in that good ass prana. That's a horrible accent, but you get my point. I need you to breathe in the prana. I need you to breathe in the spirit. I need you to breathe in your essence and understand you are not constrained by time. Your creation at this moment, for some of you, exists outside of time, and it is just literally outside of the border. Allow that to finally, through the new moon and then through the spring equinox, to finally come through and cross the plane and go on and bud and go on and break free and go on and break through, so that you can finally begin to see the fruits of your labor and the fruits of all of this garbage you've been going through. There's a reason. But you have to take that accountability for yourself too. Understand that you're accountable to yourself. No one else is accountable to you or for you. I can't fix it. I could do a lot of things, but I can't fix it. You're going to have to fix this yourself. And you're going to have to decide whether or not you're going just to continue to let people just suck you dry, or you're going to actually go on and live your life and live the life you're always meant to live. Now, and for some of you, you're going to have to come into a love of self. You're going to have to come into a love of self. And some of you are going to have to stop being a victim. So we're going to use some of these light seer tarot cards here, and we're going to get ourselves some clarification. Energy coming towards you. Knight of Cups. We're getting some really nice offers. I feel like there's some new people coming into your world. We've got a little bit of a story. I'm going to pull these out. We have the Moon and we have the Eight of Swords. Guys, the trap is in your own mind. All of the secrets, thank you. The key to getting out of your situation right now, the key to being open to these offers and aware of these new energies and these new people coming into your world that are going to help you grow, you got to unlock your own mind. You got to unlock your own mind. The key is in the secrets that you have kept locked away in your mind, and that, you know what, it might be time to let those secrets come to forefront so you can finally heal them. Energy you're bringing is Four of Wands. You are ready, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, to move into purpose. You are ready to move into purpose. What could be a problem here is the King of Cups. We're going to see what that's all about. That's a little bit of Piscean energy. Oh, you got the Ten of Swords too. That's the energy that's going to help you through this. And let's see, outcome or advice. Yes, let go of your hurtful past. Exactly, Zanny. And then we have death or rebirth is the outcome or advice. And that's all I've been talking about is rebirth, haven't I? This Knight of Cups, you got some new people coming in to assist you. The Lovers in reverse. I feel like there were some people that were potentially, it looked like they were going to be soulmates, but I think this is also, remember I said something about love of self. Some of us got to fall in love with ourselves and our spirit. We have to fall in love with who we are on the inside. We got to fall in love with ourselves being our own universe and then expanding out. You need to fall in love with self and fall in love with spirit so that you can, Ten of Cups, be completely happy, be completely overjoyed, and understand that everything, this is the energy that's coming to you. There's such a deep inner, like, just love from spirit coming to you to show you you're worthy of all of this. You are worthy. You deserve to be happy and abundant in all areas of your life. Four of Wands, and I feel like a lot of you are feeling this like big time. Nine of Pentacles, you're ready for some self-fulfillment. You're ready to manifest, to create your real world. Hey, Allie. Hey, Allie Kane Taylor. You're ready to create this, aren't you? I love the Nine of Pentacles because that is such like beautiful energy. It's so independent and so self-fulfilling. And you are going to have good partners with the Three of Pentacles that are coming alongside of you to collaborate with you and assist. This King of Cups as energy that could be a problem. I feel like just believing in your own, Two of Wands. You know what? There's going to have to be some passionate and some quick decisions that are going to be made, like based on passion and not on logic. And that King of Cups being in that obstacle position tells me that it's up, you're doubting your real self. Yeah, because you've been through so much. You just don't want with the Tower. You just don't want to make a mistake. But what's going to help you is this Ten of Swords. Stop thinking of yourself in an ill way. The wheel is turning in your favor, and I believe a lot of you are going to see this and feel it and know it, right? Because brighter days are ahead. That's the energy that's going to help you. The wheel's turning. Fortune is changing. Brighter days are ahead. This ugly time is over. And the outcome here, right, is death and a rebirth. So this is all brand new. And you're going to begin by the end of March, you're going to feel brand new. I feel a lot of you. Eight of Wands, I hear some of you may be going on some short trips. Some of you may be, there's a lot of communication coming to you from spirit and also from spiritual tribe people. There's a lot of communication coming towards you. Five of Pentacles, I'm going to interpret that as you are no longer going to feel left out in the cold and alone, right? Because you're beginning to think about yourself, Ace of Swords, in a brand new way. And Page of Swords, new studies, right? Learning a whole bunch of new concepts and new things that are going to help you on your way. Page of Pentacles, some of you are going to be earning money in a new fashion as well. I also see some really cool friends coming along. Five of Swords, not so tormented anymore in your own brain with this Ten of Wands. You're going to stop carrying other people's burdens and just take yours and keep it stepping. Two of Pentacles, so that you come into balance, both mind, body, and spirit. Ooh, that was a good reading, y'all. That was I enjoyed that. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hey, listen, I hope I've earned your subscription. Hope I've also earned a like and a share. So please feel free to share it. Please feel free to like this. It really helps. We're growing the channel here. And again, do not forget, I do have Lightwork Academy is open, and I am offering spiritual counselor, energy healer certification. Okay. There's a Linktree link down in the description box below. You can not only find me on IG and then TikTok as well, but you can also then book a 15-minute call with me to see if enrollment makes sense into that program. Okay, that's where you want to go. It's a masterclass, and it's also certification. So book a 15-minute call with me. I'd be happy to discuss enrollment with you. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you guys so much. Namaste. Bye, guys.